there are concerns baked into the man's ADP based on where he's being drafted, and you stop and you say, oh my god, how could we draft him here? That's where I'm just telling you what the market's doing, and I'm telling you why the market thinks that way, right?
Right here.
Where would you be concerned?
Have you seen Michael Thomas play without Drew Brees?
Yes, and he was good with Hill. He was good. Why do we think that Michael Thomas can't play football anymore? He was 2 years ago.
It's not that I don't think he can't play football. The New Orleans Saints offense scares me in general. I just am not into that. And then
you guys realize Jameis Winston threw for over 4,000 yards.
Yeah, he threw for over 30
and over 30 touchdowns. It doesn't matter. I don't care. But last year, how many picks did he throw?
NFL coaches
how many picks did he throw last year? How many picks did he throw last year?
He threw like 12 times a game last year, Johnny. It was like super low.
Because they didn't have Michael Thomas. They had their third string.
I do like what he did here. 11 through 13 was a good supplement to the 7 through 9. I can agree. I agree with Austin.
Recency bias on Michael Thomas. You guys are missing out.
Well, I'm just evaluating the last. Really quick on this one though is, and I don't know the total answer to this one. And Johnny seems pretty well versed on this, so I'm going to go to the resident expert on this side over here. I know the jokes on Michael Thomas were that Mr. Slant, that was really his only route tree, and Jameis Winston has been a down the field type of quarterback. Are those two? Is Michael Thomas more of a short field option? Can he be a long field option? And does Jameis Winston need him to be one of the or the other to get the results like he did with Mike Evans, as you mentioned earlier?
You guys ever play video games?
I have.
Okay, when you were younger, you would play like NBA, right?
Sure.
What ends up happening because you end up figuring out the glitch in the game, right? And you're like, oh, this
like the Zabo screen, like halfback screen tight end,
and it works every time. And then you're like, okay, I don't even want to play because I could just do this every single time, and it works. And so why would I do anything else? That's what they were doing with Michael Thomas and Breeze, because Breeze couldn't throw it more than 10 yards. And so
Breeze is the quarterback, but the joysticks are held by Winston now.
Okay, but it doesn't matter because guess what? Michael Thomas is still the best catcher when contested catch rate. A couple years ago when he did play, he was one of the best at that contested catch rate, and he can go down the field. But again, Drew Brees couldn't get the ball down the field. So that they were just like, okay, well, what's the best option to go? Oh, the slant route. Okay. Michael Thomas always open, always going to catch it. So will he go down? I think that's why you're going to see him go further down because Jameis Winston can.
And that's exciting.
I mean, he ran a 4.57. Like, he's not a huge deep threat. Like, he's not going to be.
Larry Fitzgerald ran like a 10-second mile or 10-second 40. But it didn't matter. Larry Fitzgerald, one of the best wide receivers in the game. He doesn't Michael Thomas doesn't have to be. What are we talking? Like,
I'm just trying to actually give you numbers to back up that Michael Thomas is a concern as your number one X receiver trying to go down the field like Mike Evans. He's not Mike Evans. He's not even. I mean, he's kind of like Chris Godwin, I guess. He's a slot guy. So if you want to rely on Jameis Winston,
he's a number one.
If you want to rely on Jameis Winston to throw you slants all day when the guy can't, he's going to throw picks. Go for it, dude. But slants are picked off all the time. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have concerns about Michael Thomas, but I think it's fine where you got him here. I don't think it's terrible. Mm-hmm. I just like to act like Michael Thomas is a slam dunk. Is like there's a reason why he's being drafted where he's being drafted.
I think he's being heavily under because we've recency biased and we're saying that he hasn't
him
played
every week.
Yeah, because he's going to be a steal. Like he's the number one wide receiver that we forget 2 years ago was off the board number one. He was not Cooper Kupp. It wasn't Jamar Chase. It wasn't, Deebo Samuel or Stephon Diggs. Mm-hmm. It was Michael Thomas and then AB. And so we are forgetting just how good he is. That's all I'm saying.
No, being out for an entire year of football
quarterback, but that's cool.
But Mike Evans and Chris Godwin both had that quarterback, and we never had an issue with it. We joke about too many interceptions, 100%. But who cares? He's still throwing 30 touchdowns.
the last thing I just want to stick on is like, you could be totally right on it, but to Travis' earlier point about how many pass attempts Jameis Winston was getting per game, I mean, I think that needs to be a factor in there. Like if we let Winston cook, I have no doubt that he's going to throw a bunch of yards, bunch of touchdowns, bunch of interceptions, and it's going to be fun for fantasy. But if we remember when you and I had that bet of Jacoby Brissett versus Jameis Winston, and you ended up getting in standard points more fantasy points with Jacoby Brissett because Jameis Winston just didn't throw
every league except for one. It was
except for our Whisper Listener League that we're applying to Whisper Nation. Yeah, so I'm just clarifying. You got it. Jacoby Brissett outdid Jameis Winston.
Standard league.
Jacoby Brissett outdid Jameis Winston. So I'm just saying, how much can we really bank on Jameis Winston if you're betting against him and winning bets?
And Aaron Rodgers was outdone week 1 by Jameis Winston by throwing 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and Rodgers didn't throw anything but interceptions. Does that make Aaron Rodgers a far superior or less superior quarterback than Aaron Rodgers?
If
you wouldn't say that. You would say one game that happened. Of course, any given Sunday. That can happen, but I think to sit here and continue to say I don't know about Michael Thomas as number one.
The point is like all I'm saying, Johnny, is that you scoff when I say there are concerns baked into the man's ADP based on where he's being drafted, and you scoff and you say, oh my god, how could we draft him here? That's where I'm just telling you what the market's doing, and I'm telling you why the market thinks that way, right? Because Michael Thomas was a guy who ran slants all day long, so much that other cornerbacks were calling him slant boy with a Hall of Fame quarterback, and now he doesn't have either of those, and he's been out of the league for a year.
Oh my gosh!
Dominate this show with Michael Thomas.
Right here.
Oh hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified anytime we drop new content or go live. And if you're still not sold, go ahead and check out one of these videos.